Hello everyone. Welcome back to another video with me. My name is Cotton Candy Doll. If you're new here, welcome. Welcome all. Hi. This is a shifting video. You probably won't hear any noises in the background. I highly doubt that. Also, I hope the lighting's okay. At first I had like my little light right here, and then I decided not to use that light because I don't like it. I'm trying to use more of the natural lighting from outside, but I feel like it's making my face like really shiny. Let's see. It does look a little bit shiny. That's okay. Have I got a story time for you guys today? So I'm gonna tell you guys what happened. I'm gonna jump right into it. So apparently I have a stalker. His name is Toshinori. Toshinori actually came to this reality to see me. I saw the outline of his shadow, so I knew it was him because he couldn't hide it because of his hair. So his hair kind of gave all of it away. Let's go back to what transpired before the night of what happened. So I recently shifted to Toshinori's house. You guys know I can't stay away from him too long. And we decided to go to public bath because I don't know. I guess it was a split decision and I wasn't really thinking. Okay, because for one, I'm with all men. Endeavor was with me, Hawks was with me, Toshinori's with me, and Frodo. Frodo is not a man technically, but he will be at some point. I was really on edge the entire time because I felt very uncomfortable because of Frodo. You guys know Frodo can drown in like 30 seconds. He's at that little age. Also, the water can only be so high for Frodo. But then Toshinori was telling me that changed. It wasn't like that anymore. Frodo can actually stay in like deeper water. I wasn't sure. So I was just really uncomfortable with the idea of that. Now Endeavor didn't show up right away. He did end up with us, but he didn't come until later. Okay. So it's me, it's Toshinori, and it's Frodo. So Frodo is with, I gave him to Daddy. He's with his daddy. They're in the water. I'm standing in there with Toshinori. There's other people around, and they're staring at Frodo because, I mean, my baby is absolutely adorable. Okay. People are staring at him, and they're smiling and whispering, and I'm kind of on edge. I kind of can't really relax in the water until Toshinori is like, "What's the matter?" Oh, by the way, the hot tub was pretty hot. The water was like, it had to be at least like 70, 78 degrees. And it seemed like it was like climbing the further you got in. So I actually stayed closer to like the out part of the water. The way it was designed, it was almost kind of like a water hole. So the ground was dirt, but it was weird because it was concrete, okay? The concrete part was around the outside of like the dirt or mud or whatever. So the water was almost like muddy water, except there was no mud. It was clear. You could see like the muddy stuff is like on the bottom, but the top part was like clear. How do I explain it? So the water. If you guys ever been to a hot tub, um, it was my first time actually going to like a bathhouse, like a public bathhouse. So the steam was like rising from the water, so you could see like, but you could see underneath it. You can kind of see like a little bit. It was blurry, but you could see all of the men in the public bath were only wearing like their boxers or whatever. There's an area over to the side. It wasn't even in the same room. You had to go in there to take like your shower and wash yourself and rinse yourself down. Well, Hawks had rinsed Frodo down and stuff in the water, and Frodo was crying. So automatically that made me like kind of like, it gave me like a little cringy feeling. Like I just kind of wanted to take him out of there. I was also a little bit frustrated. I was frustrated over some stuff that happened in my reality, and I didn't realize I had carried that over there with me. Right away, they knew. So we had the hot tub. All these people are around. So like, there's windows like on the far end, like way on the other side of the hot tub, and there's another part in the water where the water. There's another part over there. There's like another water hole. It's completely different. It was like crystal or something, and it had glass towel on the bottom. And that one was just like it looked like a regular bath or something, but there was just people just like chilling in there, right? And those people didn't have clothes. I don't think. I don't think I saw any of them naked, but I got the impression they weren't wearing clothes under it. And there weren't really any women. No, I didn't. I don't remember seeing any women. It was just me, and I just wore like my bathing suit. Like I didn't bother to come. I wasn't gonna come there naked, guys, with my baby and everything. Come on. Anyway, so this place had like a hotel in it, like a hotel. It had like a hotel lobby, and like it was basically kind of like a resort area. And I don't even know what the place was called. I just know it took us like 2 hours to get there. So I know I just jumped right into what happened. I didn't actually tell you guys everything that happened before I came there. But me and Toshinori kind of got into an argument because he knows something. He knows that I'm not, from that reality. He figured it out and he came here. Yes, Toshinori actually came here. Like I saw his shadow. Like I saw his hair and everything. Because I knew it was him. Just watching me like sleep or whatever. He's probably payback, right? For all the stuff I did to him. But I mean, I never expected that to happen, like ever. Like I never expected he would come back and like totally harass me in the same way. They're in the tub, and I'm just like, I'm watching Hawks and Toshinori in there, and I'm standing like, I only have like my feet on the edge part of the water because I didn't want to get in too far because it was just, I don't know, I just wasn't comfortable in that environment for some reason. Something was off. Well, it just felt off to me. I don't think anything was really wrong. It was just me, something wrong with me. So Toshinori's like, it's really nice in here. You should come in. You should ease up. I feel like you have a lot of tension or something. And Hawks is like, yeah. So Hawks is, holding Frodo, coming up, holding him like this. And I'm like, give me my baby. He's like, you don't have to be rude about it, okay? And he hands Frodo to me, and Frodo's reaching up. He's like touching my hair, and I'm just enjoying, his touch and his little baby hands and his face and stuff, just holding him. And then, out of nowhere, I hear little lad, and Frodo starts laughing, and of course, trying to, climb out of my arms to get to Endeavor. So I'm still kind of holding him. He's trying to get to Endeavor, and he can't because, he's too little. He can't reach all the way over there. And obviously he wants to go to Endeavor, but I'm not really handing him to Endeavor. I'm just enjoying holding him. I'm just staring at him while he's like kind of crying a little bit. And then, Toshinori kind of narrows his eyes and he's like, Cotton Candy, what the heck's wrong with you? I'm like, nothing. He's like, give him Frodo. I'm like, I am giving him Frodo. And Endeavor comes over and he takes Frodo from me. And Frodo's like latched onto him. And he looks at me and he's like, what the heck's wrong with you today? He's like, Toshinori, you need to take care of that. And like walks away. I'm like, what the heck? So him and Frodo, they're going off into the water. I kid you not. I'm gonna tell you. Okay, so I'm gonna explain to you what their relationship is like, what Frodo and Endeavor's relationship is like. It might sound weird to you, but it's the best way that I can explain it. It's like Frodo is his best friend or something that got trapped in like a baby's body because he treats them like they're equals, except Frodo was a baby and he has to do all the baby stuff, feed him, change him, everything. But literally their relationship is like they're best friends. Like he doesn't Frodo does not really cry with him. They kind of have like an understanding of each other. Just everything. And it's kind of the bond is different. It's not like father and son. It's like best friends. If I had to explain like what their relationship was like. I kind of can't really wait to see what they're like when they get older. Like I can't wait till he deals with teenage Frodo. I don't want to deal with teenage Frodo. I wonder what that's going to be like. That's probably going to be like hell because he can fly. He has my quirk, so he might just be like, whatever, and just fly off somewhere, and I might not see him. Like, and that's like a big anxiety of mine now. Like Frodo, like flying away. I was still pretty much on edge. Toshinori was still kind of upset with me because I won't tell him. I won't tell him, even though he knows where I'm from now. It seems like that was definitely him, and um, I wasn't imagining that. I'm not crazy. I know I saw his shadow, so he was definitely here, or part of him was here, and then he was like left. I don't think I've ever had a connection with anyone to where they were actually able to follow me back to my reality, like later. So I did want to share that with you. That shocked me. So we're walking out, and he's like, I think we need to go get a drink or something. So then, Hawks kind of like peeks over his shoulder at me. He's like, come here, cotton candy. And I'm like, no. I'm like, you guys stay in the water. I'm going to go get my drink then. They're like, she's really getting a drink by herself. So I left and I got dressed and everything. Guys, I decided to wear a dress because, I wanted to look, I wanted to look just really cute. I didn't really wear Lolita style, but I did have on a black dress, and it did tie up in the front and stuff. It had like a cute little string on it. Okay, easy. And I just wore like my sandals. So I walked up to the bartender and I'm sitting there, and there's another guy sitting next to me, really long hair, really cute. I don't say anything to him. I'm just sitting there and I'm like staring down at the counter. It's a red counter, okay, it's flat. And so like the bartender is sitting there, he's like cleaning out the cups or whatever they do. I guess like in my picture of him was him like doing that. But I'm not even sure that's what he was doing anymore, guys, because I kept hearing the glasses fill up with like drink or something. So he definitely wasn't doing this like I thought he was, right? Smoke pollution, right? I should have already been suspicious when I got there, okay? Because I'm sitting there and the drink landed in front of me. And the guy next to me turned into Hawks. And I'm like, Hawks, how did you get here? You're like dressed. And he goes, what are you talking about? I'm like, nothing. He goes, you want a drink? And I'm like, I have a drink right here. And so like I picked up the drink in front of me and it was water. And I'm like, it's vodka. And he goes, sure, it's vodka. I'm like, yeah. He goes, take a sip of it. If it's vodka, then go ahead, take a sip of it. I was like, I don't drink vodka straight, but you can clearly see kind of that it's water. I just took a sip of it and it ended up being water. And I'm like, damn it. So I put it down and I said, you know what? I'll have what he's having. So the bartender walked up and it was the guy with the long hair, the one that I thought was behind the counter. He was like sitting next to me. And then, so at this point, like, I guess my mind was jumbled because I'm like, I don't really understand what's happening here. So then Hawks is like, she said she'll have what I'm having. And he's like, okay, if that's what you drink. So then I look at him and I go, what are you having? And he's like, whiskey sour. And I'm like, whiskey sour? I don't know if I like that. Have I tried whiskey sour before? I think I have. Did I actually like it? I don't remember because that was like, I have not been to a bar in so long. I have no idea. Bartender gives me the drink and I just love it so much. I drink mine and I drink his. So then Toshinori materializes next to me. He didn't really materialize. I don't know where he came from, but like he wasn't even really dressed. He had on like a pair of shorts, but his chest and everything was out. So I'm sitting there. I had been drinking a little bit, so I was kind of tipsy. And I'm like, Toshinori, you know I love you, right? You know that I love you so much. You are like my heart. He's like, yes, I know. So then Hawks, he set down his drink. He's like, you feeling all right? And I'm like, yeah, I feel fine. And he's like, do you feel like you want to vent? Do you want to get something off your chest? Do you want to talk to me about something? And I'm like, no, I don't really want to. I just want to hang out. And then, so I'm sitting there. I drank all my drink. So the bartender's like, do you want another one? And I'm like, no. And then Toshinori is like, are you sure? I'm like, no, I don't want another drink. So I sit my drink down and he's like, well, do you want to go like to the room or something? I'm like, no, not really. I'm not in the mood. And Toshinori is like, I think you should come with me to the room. I think you should, and I'm like, I don't want to go to the room right now, Toshinori. I want to sit at the bar and have a talk with the bartender. And he's like, why do you want to talk to the bartender? What are you going to talk about? I said, he's a complete stranger. He can literally listen to everything I have to say, and it won't even matter. It won't even matter. Like, I can completely vent to him. And Toshinori, like, he got like mad. He like walked away, and he's like, fine, you know, be like that then. He walks past it, Endeavor, and like kind of hits him, like doesn't hit him, but like hit his shoulders as walking by. You know how you do that thing where you bump into someone, but it's a complete accident, but it was on purpose because you kind of like bumped them. It was exactly like that. So Endeavor is like, um, I'm taking Frodo out of here. We're gonna go to Castle House. And I guess Castle House is like, I've heard of Castle House before. They talked about it. Midnight took Frodo one time there. He was playing with another kid, the blonde girl that was with him during like his surgery time. I don't know if you guys remember that. So there's this little girl. I don't know who she is, but she's like always around Frodo all the time. And Frodo seems to be okay with it, I guess. I don't know. I mean, I'm never there when she's around, so I've never seen the little girl. I can't even guess who she is. But from what I hear, like she's a nice little kid or whatever, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, so Endeavor's like, I'm taking Frodo out. We're going to Castle House. And, you know, Castle House is like a bounce house and like a little kid's place. Just a place for like kids to be kids, for like babies and stuff. Like, I need to like go there one time and just like kind of check it out because Frodo is my child and I need to kind of see like, I want to see like what's there. Like, and it sounds like a castle. I mean, he says it looks like a castle and everything. So, and I go, that's fine. You know, you can take him wherever you want, whatever. And Endeavor's like, hey, Canada, are you okay? I'm like, yeah. He's like, okay, well, we're leaving now. So then they're leaving. And so like, the bartender is like, you got something on your mind? I'm like, no. So then I didn't really want to tell everybody what was wrong. My problem is it does have to do with my shifting, and it is kind of an issue for me. The issue involves me being drained all the time and just not having energy to do things, and I don't know why that amount of energy is being drained. And I don't know, like, maybe my body is starting to change more because of the shifting. Maybe I'm shifting too much, that sort of thing. And it's sort of irritating when I try and shift somewhere and nothing turns out the way I want it to, or I think I have everything. Like, this is why I shift only to the My Hero Academia universe, because I tell you guys all the wacky stuff that happens to me when I go elsewhere, or how I kind of merge into something and all that. So, you know, I didn't want to share that with them because it's not something that they're going to understand. Toshinori won't understand it, but also Hawks won't understand it. Endeavor definitely will be confused. There's no point in me telling them. I might as well keep it to myself. Some things are meant to be kept to yourself. Some things are meant to be kept secrets so you don't reveal it. And I go, well, I guess I'm just gonna go to sleep. And Toshinori is like, I'm feeling sleepy too. Let's go sleep together. And I'm like, no, I'm gonna sleep by myself. And he's like, fine, go on. You know, if you're gonna go to sleep, go. So I got up, I started walking toward the hallway, and then I realized I have no idea where our room is, or and I don't have a key or anything like that. I guess they went ahead and got this stuff when I was getting Frodo ready to get inside of the hot tub. So I come back and I'm like, I don't have a key. And he's like, I knew it. Toshinori's like, come on, I'll let you in the room. So I follow him. Beautiful hallway, guys. Okay, so the rug is like a royal green color. It has gold on it. There's like pictures, paintings, and things on the wall. The paintings are like buildings and fruits and just animals and stuff, just different stuff you can think of. Like, it's just literally like on the walls. It's so weird because it's kind of like it's, how can I say it? It's kind of like immersed into the wall. Okay. So we get to the room, nice door, brown door, gold knob. He opens it and he's like, let's go inside. And I'm like, okay. And he closes the door and then he locks it. And I'm like, okay. And I go, Toshinori, I'm really not in the mood to like, he's like, to do what? And he sits down on the bed. Bed is completely white. Okay, white sheets, white cover, white blanket. It's canopy too. So it has like curtains and everything like around it. Which I have my own curtain here. It was nothing like that. It was just real fancy, okay? There's like windows. You could see like we were like on a beach resort or something somehow. Even though I don't remember going to like a beach. Really nice, cool breeze coming in. He's sitting there nice and hot in his shorts with just nothing on except for his shorts and just his bare chest, everything showing. And I'm kind of turned on. I'm sitting next to him, and he's sitting by me, just like he's like kind of out. You can lean on me if you want. And I'm like, I can lean on you. And I'm like this. I kind of lean, then like end up lean on his lap, leaning my head on his lap. Then he ends up stroking my hair, and it's kind of nice. It feels nice just to lay there with him. And he's like, whatever it is gonna be okay. And I actually feel better. And I don't know what happened. I guess I like fell asleep or something. I woke up and like so like I'm snuggled up against Toshinori and like his chin is like on my hair, like the top of my hair. And I could feel Hawks behind me like running his hands through my hair. And I so like open my eyes and then Toshinori is like, you're finally awake. And I'm like, yeah, I'm awake now. And I go, I didn't know that I would he's like, it's okay in Canada. And so like then Hawks moves closer behind me and I realized that like, he's naked. And I'm like, oh, he's like naked. So then he's like caressing my hair and it doesn't feel like and then Toshinori is like kissing my forehead and he's like his lips are moving downward and Hawks is like sucking on my ear and I'm just like it doesn't feel like hazing like it did the first time. I don't know what happened there, but so then like I'm laying there and I'm just like so they're doing that and I take the pillow and I put the pillow like over so I put the pillow like over my face because I'm just like, no, I'm not ready for this yet. And they're like, we're ready for you. And I'm like, no, I don't think I am. Just not. Okay. So then Yoshidori grabs the pillow and I'm trying to hold on to the pillow. And he just like rips it from my hand. And he's like, when you're ready. And he takes his finger and he kind of rubs his finger on my face. And then he like rubs his hand like on my chest and then his head. And then his whole hand just like cupped me and then he pulled out like my boobs and he's like, I'm still dressed though. All he did was like untie it and then he did that. And then Hawks, he was like down where my feet were, my legs, and he like put my feet on his chest. He put like my foot on there and he was like putting his lips next to my toe. And he's like trying to like nibble on it or kiss it or something. And I'm just like, I can't do this right now. And then they're like, you can't do this or you won't, or you're not going to try to do this. And I'm like, I don't know, guys. I don't know if I'm ready for this. And they're like, come on. And I'm like, you know what? I have to go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. Girls, if you don't have a card, pull a bathroom card. It always works. I ran to the bathroom and they were talking to me through the door. And Toshinori is like, do you trust me? And I'm like, yes, I trust you. I love you. And Hawks is like, do you trust me? I was like, I mean, I've been with you long enough to say, yeah, I do trust you. He's like, then open the door. Let us come in there. And I'm like, you don't need to come in here with me. I'm in the bath. She's like, why are you taking a bath right now? I said, because obviously you guys are trying to eat me alive. So, and they're like, oh my gosh. That was actually a lie, though. I wasn't. And I was just like, tell Frodo I love him. And they were like, don't say that like you're going to die. And I go, yeah. Goodbye. So I call my guide. My guide comes and he ships me out of there. But yes, that was my steamy night with them. We almost we almost hit like the I almost had a threesome with them. I was turned on. I was feeling the moment. I just don't know if I'm ready to go there physically, mentally. I don't know what I'm gonna be like when I come back here. I don't know. Like a lot of my energy's been being drained doing this. It seems like, and I just need to replenish and stuff. I did enjoy being close to both of them like that. I feel like we really did bond, and our bond made us stronger. I'm really surprised I never noticed there was something wrong with me too. I guess like I didn't do anything wrong though. I mean, I was just watching Frodo trying to get to him. It's like he didn't make an effort either. He didn't come closer and say, "Come on, little lad." I mean, yeah, he just. I guess they were expecting me to just hand Frodo over to him. I mean, yeah. Okay, maybe I was wrong for that. I don't know. Anyway, I wanted to share with you guys what happened. What would you have done in that situation? Like, just tell me in the comments. Like, I don't know how to deal with. They know how I feel already, so I know they weren't going to push anything. They're not villains, so I wasn't going to get like raped or anything. I knew that, so I trust them. I just, I don't think I'm physically ready to go. Like, what am I going to say? What are they going to? I don't even know what to expect. Okay, I have no idea. So I had to share it with you guys what happened. Um, yeah, that's basically what happened when I went there. I don't know what's gonna happen when I go back. Um, Hawks, I'm pretty sure he didn't forget about what I did to him. I know he wants to get me back. I know it's coming. I just don't know when or how. This time it was a little bit of a situation going on with my attitude and everything, but I knew he knew that this was not the time to try and like be petty and get me back. So when I go back there next time and I'm all happy and cheery, he's probably gonna try and strike then because I basically put Hawks inside of a dress. Yeah, not any. It was covered in jizz. That's right. He was covered in his own milk, in his own love milk. That's right. Did I even eat any of it? Gosh, I'm not even sure if I ate any. I don't think I swallowed any. Did I eat anything? I don't remember what I did when I went back there, guys. It's in my old video. I'm gonna have to go back and see what I told you guys that I did because I don't myself remember what I did. I know that I tortured him and humiliated him in that way. And I knew he wasn't going to try and pay me back this time just because he knew I wasn't feeling up to it. But I'm pretty sure next time he'll definitely try and get me back. Like, I've gotten love milk while I was there. I probably would have been in so much of a better mood too and be happier. But it's like take on both of them. I mean, I don't know. I don't think I can handle it right now. What would you guys do? Let me know in the comments what you would do. Like, definitely not ready to go there yet. I'll stick to the one-on-one thing. They'll take turns with me, like that. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed my video. If you like this video, don't forget to give this video a like. If you hated it, then don't forget to hit the notification bell. That way you're notified when other videos like this one become available. Ding! Let's do that again. Ding! And I guess I'll see you guys in the next video. Oh, one more thing. I'm not gonna do Frodo's party on. Yeah, I'm not gonna do Frodo's party on here. It just wouldn't work. I tried to record it. My wall kept falling down again, and it wouldn't let me record for some reason. I couldn't do the karaoke. None of that stuff worked. I don't know why. So anyway, I don't know. I don't know why it didn't work. It might be my internet. I think my internet connection because I share it with like a bunch of other people. Um, because the way it's wired in this place, this complex or whatever. So that might be why. Anyway, I'll see you guys in my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.